Bitches Get Stuff Done, the podcast, is brought to you in part by Julie Stouch, candidate for Iowa governor. Iowans demand a brave voice who is ready and willing to stand for clean water, top-notch public education, and genuine healthcare solutions for a state's out-of-control cancer crisis. To learn more, visit juliestouchforalliowans.com, spelled S-T-A-U-C-H. This advertisement was paid for by an in-kind contribution from Heather Ryan, who is a massive bitch who gets stuff done. Happy Sunday, bitches. It is Heather Ryan coming to you with Bitches Get Stuff Done from Des Moines, Iowa.
And Blythe Potter in Bargersville, Indiana.
We only have a limited time to record today because we are under the gun for other events. So we are going to try and cram pack as much into this half hour as we possibly can.
Yes.
So much going on.
So much going on. My session just ended in Indiana for our legislature. Yours is still happening. We're both still with statewide campaigns. And it's been chaos. So it's not for lack of wanting to record that we haven't. It's just been chaos. It's hard to be an activist and part of the resistance and in politics and keep a schedule. So, yeah.
Yeah. So you were talking about, obviously, the big elephant in the room right now is the war that just started in Iran.
It's so sad.
Started on Friday night at the absolute normal time at 3 a.m. or so. Trump had a pre-recorded message that he dropped on his social media, and he's been, completely gone since then. He hasn't addressed the nation in any way, and it was just recorded at Mar-a-Lago in this makeshift little skiff thing that they've built up for photo ops. So we really haven't heard from the leader of the free world, quote unquote, since he decided to start a war, his seventh bombing in 1 year of a different country. So you had, I think, a very poignant comment that was on your socials. I think that you should share that because I think it's very, very insightful.
Yeah, I do. I first want to say, and you're included in this, I'm impressed at how many veterans are stepping up and speaking out and how many more continue to do so because we need to. We just lost 2 service members today that we know of. And many have already died because of this regime. But anyway, my friend Michelle Higgs sent me this. It is a post from someone named Cyrus Jansen. And it reads, an Iranian man left this comment on my YouTube channel. This is without a doubt the single best explanation of the reality facing Iranian people today. Quote, as an Iranian, I can tell you the situation is no longer just political, it's existential. We are trapped between 2 collapsing structures, one internal and one external. On one hand, we face a deeply dysfunctional government led by the supreme leader and the Islamic Republic's unelected institutions. Decades of economic mismanagement, suppression of dissent, and brutal ideological control have alienated multiple generations. No one believes in reform anymore because every attempt has been either co-opted or crushed. But here's the paradox. We are also terrified of regime collapse because we've watched the aftermath of Western intervention in countries like Iraq, Libya, Syria, and Afghanistan. Each was promised freedom. Each descended into chaos, civil war, or foreign occupation. So no, we don't trust the U.S. or Israel, not because we support our regime, but because we know how imperial powers treat, quote, liberated, end quote, nations in the Middle East. Freedom, in their language, often means vacuum, fire, permanent instability. Right now, many Iranians live with 3 truths at once. The Islamic Republic is morally and politically bankrupt. The alternatives offered by foreign actors are not liberation, they're collapse. And a bad government is survivable. No government is not. We are not silent because we agree. We are cautious because we've learned too well what happens when superpowers decide to, quote, help, end quote. In a sentence, Iran is a nation held hostage by its own regime, but haunted by the fate of its neighbors. We are stuck in a house we hate, surrounded by fires we fear more.
I think that's powerful.
It is. It's hard to read. And it's hard to not believe that we are headed that direction.
Absolutely.
As a country, and we started this. We are funding this with our tax dollars because we continue to support Israel.
And all the talking heads, the Republican talking heads on the morning shows this morning, Lindsey Graham, Ted Cruz, all of the different people that do the talk show circuits, they all affirmed everything that was said there. We have no plan whatsoever for building their country back up. We only plan to bomb and kill their leadership and then leave.
Yep.
Which has never been successful in any kind of regime change. But we also shouldn't be in the business of regime change.
Yep.
This is a just repeats of everything we've just gone through over the past 25, 30 years since Operation Desert Shield. It's weapons of mass destruction shit, money for oil, lives for oil, blood for oil. It always boils down to the rich getting fucking richer and spilling our blood in the process. It's infuriating.
And I want anyone listening to know that this happens with the help of CEOs, American CEOs of large corporations who help fund AIPAC, who help fund candidates who are going to vote the way that they want them to on both sides of the aisle.
And it comes down to making money off of weapon sales.
Yep.
How many billions and billions of dollars do American companies make off of armaments, ammunition, any kind of armament you could possibly think of, we sell. And those people that sell those are making huge money off of killing people. Innocent civilians, 150 girls that were killed in a school in Iran. We bombed their fucking school.
Yeah.
Just to hide the fact that Trump was fucking little girls. They killed little girls.
Yeah.
It's beyond reprehensible. It's beyond.
Trump was not only raping children, he was part of killing them.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally had an infant tossed off of his boat in Lake Michigan.
It's crazy. 15 minutes ago, I would have said, that is loony birds. No, you silly goose. But it's fucking believable. It is now. Because it's so out there. I'd be like, no, you're just being cray-cray in the chay-chay. But look what we're doing.
Yeah. And it was, it's hard.
Well, just to close out that segment, in the past year, Trump has ordered the bombing of 7 countries. That includes Iran, Iraq, Nigeria, Somalia, Syria, Venezuela, and Yemen. In 1 year, he is the first president to ever do that. He is reaching far above and beyond what's supposed to be his duties as a president. But the Supreme Court said everything is legal as long as he's the president.
And no one's stopping him.
No one's stopping him. Although Chuck Schumer wrote a very sternly worded letter. So, he and Hakeem Jeffries are writing out sternly letters and making sure that their voices are heard. Unfucking real.
But aren't they both AIPAC funded?
Yeah, 100%.
So does it actually mean anything?
Oh, it does. It's never meant anything.
Were approved by AIPAC.
It's never meant anything. But the fact that he would even come out and say, listen, guys, I've written a very sternly worded letter. Get the fuck out of here.
Sternly worded letter, motherfuckers.
Okay, let's move on to the State of the Union.
Yeah, the state of disaster.
Oh my God, I did watch it. It was nearly 2 hours. By the time I got done watching it, though, I'm not 100% certain I can say that I was completely sober. So that's why I did not live stream. My cousin was like, "Why didn't you live stream?" I'm like, "Oh, Tashi, that could be bad." I can't guarantee the diarrhea of the mouth will stop if I've been watching something like that. But I think the most important part to me was that Democrats did not stand up. They did not leave en masse. They did not make any real statements. And Trump just proceeded to ignore all of the Epstein victims while he was making his statements against the Democratic Party. So there were several that did not go, but I think that it was lost in the drama.
Yeah, it's not powerful enough. They need to just, I don't know.
They needed to get up and leave en masse.
Yeah.
On camera for the world to see. They have no ability to stagecraft anything. I just don't understand that.
I don't either. How it's their job to stop this.
Right? I think of Democrats or progressives. I think of creatives. Mm-hmm. I think of people that just by nature are more creative than repressed Republicans. But they seem to have no ability to be creative in how to grab the news cycle out of Trump's hands.
Yeah. No
fucking ability. Unreal. So the only people that were paying attention, people in the weeds, even knew that Epstein victims were in the audience. I'd say 99.9% of people didn't even know, and 87% of people didn't even watch it.
Oh, it's a continued shit show. Although I think I did hear today that the GOP is still trying to get the rest of the Epstein files. Some members of the GOP are still trying to get the rest of the Epstein files released.
Yes, that is accurate. So 2 days ago, there are certain members of the GOP who threatened Trump that he needs to release all of the Epstein files with his name in it. And
Yeah,
then
that's right. Yes.
Yeah, 2 days ago, what happened? Oh, yeah,
Bomb.
we bombed Iran. So that's 100% expected. So that's where we are for national events. I just want to take a moment also to acknowledge that the Reverend Jesse Jackson did pass away this past week. And major loss, I think, just the stuff that they've been remembering him with. I'd forgotten so much of it, how much of a game changer he was. I remember that he ran for president in '88 because I live in Iowa, and that's a big deal in Iowa. But I didn't remember all the stuff that led to him being a presidential candidate and how groundbreaking all of his work was. So just a note to say thank you to Jesse Jackson for everything he did. I have a Jesse Jackson bobblehead that I had for 25 years. I bought it in Washington, D.C. And Heaven and I met him. We met him. He was at the National Education Association. And she was down. It was like bring your daughter to work day or something. So I took her to the NEA. They had the best cafeteria. Oh, my God, they did. And they had the best bread pudding. Just so you know, if you ever are at the NEA. And I don't know if there is an NEA anymore. Who knows? Because I think that's one of the things they really targeted. But we met him at the NEA, just ran into him. I'm like, that's Jesse Jackson. He was with Martin Luther King when Martin Luther King was assassinated. And Heaven was little. She couldn't have been but 7 or 8 or something. And he remembers it, though, because it was such an exciting moment that we just bumped into Jesse motherfucking Jackson.
That's so cool. Well, and they refused to let him lie in wait at the Capitol.
I didn't know that. They didn't let him lay in state.
Yeah, what's his face? That tool with the glasses, Republican.
The Speaker of the House, Johnson.
Yeah, he said no.
Of course. They wouldn't want a black man who changed the trajectory of people of color to lay in state, I'm sure.
Oh, did they change their mind?
I don't know.
Oh no, that's in South Carolina. Speaker Mike Johnson denied the request for the U.S. Capitol. Okay.
Of course.
I wanted to do a quick search to make sure that hadn't changed. But the National Education Association is still active, it looks like.
I knew that they were trying to dismantle it. That
doesn't surprise me at all. That's a-holes. The
WWE lady, Linda McMahon.
Ew. God, she's the worst.
Yes. We actually made fun of her in our play, The Trumpernese Are Scrooge.
Oh, I still did you video that?
I did get the video. Yes, I am still working on that because someone did take a video from the front row. And so it's so bad.
I want to see it so badly. We need something to laugh about.
It is so bad that it's kind of good. But at one point, Linda McMahon comes on the stage and she's talking to Krusty Gnome. And she asks Krusty Gnome, look, you've really had a lot of experience in, dismantling educational systems. Am I going to get in trouble at some point for, killing the National Education Association? And Krusty Gnome says, bitch, you rich. Nothing ever going to happen to you. So then Linda McMahon takes this doll that I use often in my skits and just punts it, like, great, and kicks it across the stage and into the audience. And the whole audience was like, it literally landed on someone's table. We didn't think about that in the production that it could hit somebody.
I was gonna say, that could be interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, we made fun of both of them in the play. I got to upload that. I've really got to get to that. Anyway, local
just
stuff.
Another thing on your to-do list.
I have been working on it because the person that recorded it, I could not download it. For some reason, I couldn't download it. So I had to do screenshot downloading the entire thing on my phone. And then you never realize how many people call you until you're screenshot loading. Like you're recording your screen. Because every time someone calls you, it cancels the screenshot recording. So I do have it. I just have to piece it together.
Okay, good.
And I'm not promising anything. It's the most ridiculous thing I think I've ever done.
Oh, it's okay. I had forgotten about it until you mentioned it. I was like, oh yes, I wanted to see that.
Oh yeah, that was.
I forgot about that. Something that might bring me joy.
How can I remember?
Was that really only a month ago?
No, it was 2 months ago. But it
still feels like it's been a year.
Yeah. So local stuff. What do you got going on locally?
Oh God. Our session just ended in the state house and it's not great. It could have been worse, but it's still pretty bad. They are going to start jailing homeless people. So if you're unhoused, you will go to prison. Yay. Very kind, right?
That gives them more free labor.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, that's exactly the point. They added new restrictions on syringe exchange programs. So if you're going to get a clean needle, you have to bring a used one.
What?
So you're expecting it's so systemic. And we were listening to State Senator Shelley Yoder speak last night, and all the things that are wrong with our existence right now, 99% of them could be alleviated with better policy and better legislation and more appropriate taxation of the wealthy class. And it's even drug use. People spiral into drug use because of burdens and just things like we're experiencing right now. This is traumatizing. Mm-hmm. People go to alcohol and drugs when that happens. Anyway, I'm going to step off that.
That makes sense to me. People that don't. One of my friends in Kentucky, he owned the Dairy Queen, and it doesn't sound like a big deal, but it's a huge deal because during the summer he would make millions of dollars. And he said to me once, and it really stuck with me, people who say money doesn't buy happiness, they're lying to you. They just don't want you to be happy because you have fewer worries when you've got money that it does buy you happiness because you don't have to stress about making the rent or buying food or paying your freaking heating bill. You don't have to worry about that. It does buy happiness, and people are lying to you. They just don't want you to be happy.
Well, it buys relief and it buys support, and sometimes it just buys time to get out of the hole that you're in. And that can lead to feeling happier. That's just all there is to it. But before we go into that, we should take a quick break.
Okay.
Bitches Get Stuff Done is brought to you in part by Blythe Potter, seeking the Democratic nomination for Indiana's Secretary of State in 2026. Blythe wants to increase voter turnout as well as voter registration and use the NBiz website to help share and teach sustainable business practices for the business leaders in Indiana and bring boring back to the Secretary of State's office. Blythe needs to raise about $10,000 a month to try to flip Indiana's Secretary of State office blue. And remember, turning a red state blue benefits the entire country, even if you can't vote for us. To donate, visit BlythePotter.com. Paid for and authorized by Friends of Blythe Potter. Use of military rank titles or photographs in uniform does not imply endorsement by the Department of the U.S. Army or Army Reserves or the Department of Defense.
Bitches Get Stuff Done, the podcast, is brought to you in part by Fight Like a Bitch, a guide to fighting fascism with guerrilla activism. Available now at the website bitchesgetstuffdone.org. Did you have anything else in the state news for you?
Yeah, a high-profile move to spur economic growth in Northwest Indiana. This is per WFYI. They passed a bipartisan package aimed at luring these Chicago Bears across state lines.
Oh my
in
God,
Hammond,
we're
Indiana.
doing the same thing.
Yep.
Oh my God, we're fighting.
Which is hard because I like the mayor of Hammond. I want a better economy for the region. But for who's benefiting? Who's really benefiting, right? Not the rich, the wealthy.
It is proven that professional football teams moving to other places does not necessarily benefit the area that it's going to. It benefits the billionaires who own these teams because you keep footing the bill for them getting a new stadium, for them getting a new fan base. You're footing that bill. They're not.
Yeah. Then they did nothing to help with healthcare costs. They actually want to take away the ability to help fund children in need. They changed verbiage to "we will" to "we might" support. Veterans were able to get only able to get a $2,500 payment if they make under $31,000 a year, a one-time support, like if they get laid off and get behind on rent or things like that. So that's what we're worth. We're seeing on the state and federal level that they do not care not only about veterans, they do not care about our service members or our well-being. So overall, it's pretty terrible. I mean, we didn't redistrict. Every LGBTQ plus ban that they tried to impose on like ID and things like that didn't pass, like Kansas, total shit show out there. But it's bad. They can charge schools $1,000 per incident if they knowingly or unknowingly have an illegal, undocumented child there. Sorry, I know not to say that. I'm not sure why I said that. I don't like to use their verbiage.
Points have been the forefront for so long. It's sometimes easy to fall into it.
It is, but I don't intend to say that. Anyone listening, I am trying not to use their words.
Yeah, we all know. We know.
So it's shitty.
Anybody who's going to like ding you on that, say, "What the fuck?" They should
You'd be
know.
surprised. I get digged on everything that I say as a political candidate. I'm not. I lost an endorsement this week because I didn't dress like a man and wear a suit.
Oh, Jesus Christ, an assault.
I've been on the verge of tears all week for just. No, I mean, it's so nitpicky.
Wow, the way
I have to be everything to everyone, and it's really hard.
The way we break down our own candidates,
especially women.
Oh my God, a million
especially
percent.
Women.
Especially women.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything has to be perfect, but you can't be perfect to everyone. Otherwise, you're loyal to no one. It's unfucking believable how we break down our own candidates. And we say we want change. We say we want younger, more diverse.
But we're the big tent.
Yeah, we want to everyone.
This is why Republicans don't trust Democrats, because they see them doing this to us. And I know it's systemic, and I know we are changing it in Indiana, but it's really fucking hard. So anyway.
Yeah, I was not better. A lot of the shit that you guys experienced there, they're trying to push through here, including luring the Chicago Bears into our state. Because they're
trying to get the Bears too?
Yes.
What the fuck? They're putting us against each other, Heather. You can have the Bears. Sorry, Mayor McDermott.
Don't want the Bears. We don't have the population to support that kind of a team. The whole concept is idiotic.
God, can you imagine? Like, how do they even safely give people water access?
Do we have no...
the infrastructure would be so much worse there.
Yes. We have no clean water here. And that's one thing that is striking to me. The 4th senator this year has announced that he has cancer. 4 senators in a body of what, 100? No, senators are 50. We've got 50 senators and 4 of them have had cancer or have died of cancer.
That's insane.
In the past year. One of them that died of brain cancer was District 1. That person who took that place, Caitlin Dray, she just won. She flipped the seat. She had cancer. First day of session, she announced she had cancer. She had to go get a hysterectomy. And now another senator.
After she was elected or previously?
After.
Oh my God.
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
So the guy died of brain cancer. She had the election. She flipped the seat. The first day of session, she announced, just found out I've got cancer. And so she was out for a week because she had to go get a hysterectomy and everything immediately.
She's so young.
Yes.
She's younger than me.
Substantially younger than me. Yeah, for sure. At least.
Is she in her 30s or 20s?
I think she's in her 30s, but not I think early to mid.
Oh God.
Really, and there's
other
other
children?
Guy, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the other guy that just announced he's got cancer. He's got cancer of the tonsils. I've never even heard of this. But
no, it's an immune organ, immune defense organ. So I know, I'm sorry, we're spiraling a little. We're short on time.
Yeah. So anyway, all that shit is going on here in the state of Iowa. Everything that's happening there is happening here. Reynolds used $4.6 million in COVID relief funds to buy herself a private plane. It is on the taxpayer dime, but it's also on the COVID relief because we couldn't afford to feed kids during the summer. For 2 years, it would have cost around $4 million for 2 years of feeding kids during the summer for administrative costs. And we would have got about $80 million from the federal government. But she said, no, I need to use that $4.6 million to buy a plane so I can be traveling across the state in a private 14-seater jet. Sure enough, unfucking real. She's getting a lot of
so unreal. It's so yes. Imagine the good we could do with that kind of money.
She could have fed hungry kids for 2 years.
Yeah.
It's unfucking real to me how heartless these people are. And we do have some good legislation that's in the pipeline, but there's no way they're gonna pass it because it would actually help people, victims and survivors of sexual assault, human trafficking. You may not realize, but Iowa is really bad for human trafficking. We've got the I-35, I-80 and I-35 both come through Des Moines. They merge right there, the only place in the country. And that's where all of the traffic happens. And we don't want to help them. We'd rather focus on hurting LGBTQ people. We'd rather focus on, getting the fucking bears.
Yeah. Well, as we've seen, trafficking, people who are benefiting from trafficking are often wealthy.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Power.
Yeah, you're not wrong. The last thing I wanted to leave on is a funny note.
Oh, thank God.
I know. Blowing the Whistleville in Mitchellville.
Oh my God, I need to get caught up on that.
Has taken on a life of its own. It is so loony birds. I actually got the opportunity to go meet with there's 2 Democrats that are on the city council. I got the opportunity to go meet with one of them this past week. And then the Democratic mayor, who was just elected, also came in and chit-chatted with me. And it was surreal. I took pages and pages of notes because getting all the players in my head and figuring out who's doing what. I got so much tea that my pants were wet by the time I left. So much hot tea. And so the city council member's husband had gone to the Casey's, the grocery store or general store Casey's, and had mentioned that I was down at their coffee shop. And the girls behind the counter at Casey's were like, "Oh my God, make sure she comes in. Make sure she comes in. Come on. And so I had to go to the Casey's before I left town because I am like a superstar in Mitchellville. Love me or hate me, because some people definitely do not like my series. But they definitely know who I am. And this past episode, I made the new mayor, who is just this mild-mannered, even-tempered guy. I've watched him in videos. He tries to keep the peace with everybody and say, okay, we can't say that about each other now. He seems to be the only person that's got any kind of sanity in his melon. And so I made him into Mitchellville Jesus because he tries to keep the peace. So when I did him, Mayor Tony Jensen, in my video, I actually put on a white sheet and put a halo sticker on me, and had my beard. I made this beard out of material that could go around my ears, and I had this long wig, and it's like Mitchellville Jesus shall bring this place to sanity.
Oh my God, I love it so much.
So the city council member, she owns a coffee shop. She made a specialty drink called the Mitchellville Jesus Satire Special. Oh, ridiculous.
I love it. It's amazing. That's amazing.
I might use that visual, because she actually made like a little meme thing. I might use that for the picture for this episode.
Oh, you should totally do that. As you were saying that, what's Julie thinking for her LG, her lieutenant governor?
We haven't talked about it, actually. I don't know.
I think she should have you be her LG.
Go big.
Seriously. Why the fuck not? At this point, why the fuck not? You have a platform. You know Iowa and care for Iowa better, like more than probably anybody in that state. You will fight for them like nobody else will. You've already been toe to toe with every Republican in that state, literally and figuratively. What have you got to lose? What has she got to lose? I think it could bolster everything in Iowa. Just throwing that out there.
Maybe that's a campaign strategy.
I think it could be
primary. Heather will be my lieutenant governor.
I think it's worth doing. If nothing else, you've got, of course, if Julie, if you're listening and you already had a plan, sorry, but worth considering.
I think she was thinking of someone more moderate, but she's pretty moderate by comparison to me. I don't know. I don't know. If you want moderate, you've got the other guy.
Brad Meyer, Congressional District 9 candidate yesterday said, if you're standing in the middle of the road, that's the easiest way to get hit.
Oh my God, I'm stealing that.
So why would you do that? And then I got to thinking, yeah. And if you're walking on the left side of the road, you can see what's coming.
Oh my God, I'm stealing both of those.
You should. I want to make a video about like the visual with that, because when he said that, I was like, yeah. Wow, why would he do that?
Yeah, I'm stealing those. Well, on that note, that's a good note. I'm stealing those, and that's a good note to end on. It's not too
You got
depressing.
it, LG.
What's that?
I said, you got it, LG.
Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We have to jump off to do other stuff. You can find us at bitchesgetstuffdone.org or
HoosierBitchesGetStuffDone.org.
You can leave us a message or text us at 515-442-0422. Let all your friends and family and relatives and neighbors and people you don't know walking down the street know that we have a podcast. Help us spread the word. It really makes a difference. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.